Loretta. Loretta is one of 9 children, the first to earn a degree. When Loretta returned to college, she had been out of school for over 25 years. So she was understandably, to use her word, terrified. Loretta, you've made it, and with distinction. Anna just returned today from a little trip up to Indiana. Anna's also had some significant barriers that trip was needed in order to overcome, to be with us today and to graduate. She's also definitely demonstrated her clinical skills through our practicum and internship meetings, with her report writing and videotapes. Lena. I'll never forget Lena because of the first impression that she made on me. She was the first student in our first practicum class together to volunteer to present the first clinical case. At our following meeting, she presented her case and written report, and it was clear that she was a gifted student in the right profession. With just 2 semesters of graduate school completed at the time, combined with her work experiences, she was able to construct a report that demonstrated her ability to use clinical language to capture a client's issues as good as, if not better, than many clinicians with doctoral degrees. Her presentation that day left an impression. Lena has also driven from Virginia to Hazard roughly 2 to 2.5 hours for the duration of her program to attend classes. Teresa is another student who's managed to endure many challenges while completing her graduate work, not the least of which were 3 separate hospitalizations for health reasons. Teresa has also kidded that she's been finding her way through menopause and that she's no longer homicidal. I'd like to share a quote from one of Teresa's reflection papers. Being a counselor isn't just the title. With the title comes responsibility. It's about being a caring, responsive person who has been trained to be sensitive to others' needs. Marie. I won't spend too much time with Marie. I don't want to embarrass her too much. Marie's always been pretty quiet in class, despite her insight. I'll move along. I will say that one of the greatest goals in starting clinical work with clients is creating an environment that allows clients to share their most personal difficulties. And Marie has consistently shown a talent for accomplishing this in her clinical work. Angie Smith. Angie's quite a character. If Angie's in the room, people are laughing. Angie has impressed me throughout her graduate training with her continual willingness to challenge herself. Not only would Angie routinely present difficult situations to the class for feedback, but it was not uncommon for her to stay after class for additional advice. This willingness to challenge oneself for personal growth is something that we should all take note of. I've witnessed in these graduates knowledge, skill, ingenuity, and a commitment to serving others that is impressive. Based on an educational foundation, followed by their clinical experiences, these graduates have observed what works in treatment, as well as the ability to identify barriers that need to be overcome. In reviewing their clinical experience hours, which also illustrate their contributions to their communities, nearly all of the graduates have routinely exceeded their minimum requirements. This demonstrates how passionate these graduates are to help others and contribute to their communities. This approach has been a key to their success. I know each of these graduates personally, and I know that they will be unyielding advocates for the needs of those suffering around them. at home and in their communities. For these graduates represent all of the elements of successful professional counselors: extraordinary intelligence, remarkable work ethic to serve others, and the accomplishment of winning the confidence of their supervisors and the trust of their clients and their families. They are deeply familiar with the challenges they face, from the stigma that discourages people to seek help, to clients that are cautious to trust a counselor, to difficult work environments and financial strains. But this work is their mission, and with their breadth and depth of knowledge and experience in the clinical practice of professional counseling, these graduates are well suited to live out this mission in their careers. What sets you apart from others in your community is your commitment to education and the counseling profession. Throughout your education, you've demonstrated an ability to continually search for a deeper understanding of the world around you. Through your practice in the counseling profession, you have the powerful gift to be able to not simply understand the current environment, but to serve through counseling to effect change. I'm so very proud of you. I know that this is not the first time, and I assure all of you that it will not be the last, that each of these graduates will be recognized with admiration. I'd like to leave you with a quote from one of my favorite movies, which is also appropriate for the season and occasion, The Polar Express. One thing about trains, it doesn't matter where they're going. What matters is deciding to get on. Enjoy your ride.
And before we move forward, Dr. Heather Ambrose has remarks about our Honor Society. Dr. Ambrose.
Good afternoon. It's my pleasure to be here today as the faculty advisor for the Alpha Chi Omega chapter of Chi Sigma Iota. Chi Sigma Iota is an international honor society for counselors and counselors in training. To be a member of Chi Sigma Iota, one must have a grade point average of 3.5 or higher and volunteer to become a member. And I'm proud to say that several of our graduates today are members of Chi Sigma Iota. And at this time, I would ask that you would rise to be recognized. Thank you. As you come through the line to receive your certificates and pins from the School of Professional Counseling, you will also receive your certificate and pin from Chi Sigma Iota. As Dr. Wisely said very aptly, this is a tremendous group of graduates. And I wanted to take an opportunity to share with you just a few words from a man named Dr. Daniel Gottlieb, who is a marriage and family therapist in Pennsylvania. He was in an accident several years ago that left him as a paraplegic. And he also has a grandson who has autism, and he wrote several letters to him. And in one of them, he talked about success, and I wanted to share those thoughts with you. He says that success and adult responsibilities can be harmful to your health. Many people think that doing well in college or graduate school will make them happy. We all hunger for security and happiness, but the kind of security we yearn for is a feeling of security that cannot be attained by acquisition. If we can buy big houses and powerful cars, we may be able to achieve the illusion of security, but it is still just an illusion. Real security only comes when we are comfortable with who we are, and the feeling is enhanced when we are in a relationship where there is mutual love and understanding. Real happiness is a byproduct of a life well lived. A lot of times during graduate addresses, the speaker tells you what to do, so I'm going to tell you what to do. Find someone you love and feel that love in every pore of your body. Love that person even more tomorrow. And then the next day, love one additional person. And every day after that, increase the number of people you love. The longer the list of people you love fully, the happier you will be. That is true success. That is an essential adult responsibility. No matter how you measure your successes, I hope you will remember what your soul needs. Not wealth, prestige, and possessions, but the adult responsibility to love someone every day a little more than you did the day before. Congratulations.